We go to a man who's a friend of the program who's got a very special tryout camp that's coming up we want to tell you about. It is Chicago's own Ronnie Fields joining the program here on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com. Ronnie, Jonathon Hood, thanks for your time tonight.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me on.
Yes.
Yeah, I was at that game.
What'd you think? I mean, no Rose, no Butler, no Gibson. What'd you think of the Bulls' performance?
You know what impressed me more was just the fact that they hung it and they played hard throughout the game. And you know, when they shots weren't falling, they was getting some good looks tonight. I mean, what turned the game for me was when the kid Miritich started driving toward the basket, trying to create something and getting to the free throw line. And from there, you know, they started getting a little bit of momentum, you know, because they wasn't knocking shots down from the outside, but being aggressive and still trying to attack. And then the kid, Etuan Moore, came in and just played fabulous big shots after big shots in that fourth quarter and the third.
Ronnie, I mean, you look at a kid like Etuan Moore on the bench looking for an opportunity to play. He gets 22 minutes and gives you 19 points, including the big shot. And you're sticking Westbrook for the most part when you're out there. I mean, that's a night he'll never forget. I mean, what are your thoughts on what he was able to do out there tonight?
You know, like for me, every player, you know, especially at that level, you know, just waiting on the opportunity. And sometimes you never know when it's going to come. I mean, you have those nights, and you know, especially with, you know, the injuries that the Bulls have right now, for him to come in and give them another guy that can make plays off the dribble is something that, you know, that you can see that the Bulls pretty much need. But for him to come in and do that, especially when shots won't fall him in the Miritich, that was huge. I mean, and then you try to guard a guy that's, you know, averaging a triple-double over the last 3 or 4 games. You couldn't ask for, you know, a bigger performance, especially the way the standing's shaping up right now, you know, playoff-wise, to give, you know, till you get Butler and Rose back. You got to stay afloat and not, you know, and try to stay in that top 3, you know, top 4, you know, going into the playoffs. So you're going to need guys like that to step up just about every night for the rest of the season.
You can follow Ronnie on Twitter at RonnieFields23, and he joins me, the Farragut Admiral, with me here on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com. I want to talk about your camp, man. It's so good. You know, anytime that your name is brought up when you're not around, people are talking about how much you give back, and I think that's so important for you to be able to teach others what you have learned and given back. Tell us about the Ronnie Fields Admirals program tryouts. What is it, and what can we learn more about?
Well, for me, you know, playing this game for so long and just, you know, being fortunate to be one of the top players to come out of Chicago. Chicago have a great breed of talent, and it's continuing to grow. But the thing that I've seen more so when I retired to coming back is not just having the talent from the standpoint on the court, but it's a lot of things that we focus on with this program with, you know, a lot of kids off the court. And we try to pretty much give them, you know, the best of both worlds in this program, and not just breaking down the game, you know, teaching them fundamentals and playing together and understanding what makes the game a lot easier from, you know, the pace of when you watch pros play and then when you watch kids in high school play or even college, how the game seems so fast to them to when you're trying to break down and explain to them positioning. So we try to put them in the best situation possible out there to improve their game and get better. So that's what we focus on. And then off the court, we also focus on a lot of things that kids that may go through that, you know, it may be bigger. You know, basketball just might be a sanction for them to relieve some of the difficulties they face at home. Mm-hmm. So we do a lot of different things with this program. We continue to grow each and every year, and then get guys opportunity to play in front of colleges and go out there and show their skills. So that's what we continue to focus on and try to build with the Ronnie Fields Admirals basketball program.
Yeah, the Admirals, as you mentioned, seek to foster personal and athletic growth on and off the court is the off the court is as important as the on the court, as you and I have talked about in the past. Now that tryout camp, as I see here, it says March 8th, 12 to 2. It'll take place at the LaGrange Rec Center, and that's 536 East Avenue. Again, that's LaGrange Rec Center, 536 East Avenue. I'm going to put this on my Twitter and Facebook, facebook.com. And again, grades 9 through 12, right, Ronnie? Do I have that right?
Yes. Yeah, grades 9 through 12. Yes. What we're trying to do, like I said, we're trying to continue to, give more and more kids opportunities that don't get a chance to play during the regular season, that can play and get their games better throughout the spring and summer, like I said. And it's for the kids that's going to be juniors and seniors, to get them playing in front of a lot of college coaches and a lot of college scouts, to hopefully get them scholarships down the road.
Now, for more information, you can go to the website. And again, we're going to post this on my Twitter, twitter.com, tweetjhood, and it's on Ronnie Fields' Twitter as well, at Ronnie Fields 23. The website is ronniefields.com/admirals-basketball, right? ronniefields.com /admirals-basketball. And again, competitive tournament play, practice once a week at the LaGrange Rec Center. The tryout starts on March 8th from 12 p.m. to 2. LaGrange Rec Center is at 536 East Avenue for grades 9 through 12. But what if an 8th grader is just cold, though? Just comes in and he's like he's in 8th grade, but he's just cold. Will you accept him?
Oh, yes.
You take them too?
Yeah, listen, we give all kids opportunities, especially, that want to work hard and play and learn. We definitely welcome that. We have some pretty good young 8th graders that's going to be freshmen that'll be playing up this year. That's pretty good as well. Like I say, Chicago, not just in Chicago, but in the suburbia, we got a nice crop of talented players.
I want to ask you a couple other things about, especially tonight's game with Russell Westbrook. As a guy that did not mind taking shots like you did in your career, what are your thoughts on Russell Westbrook? Because I know there's not a shot that you didn't like. That's for sure.
It's so crazy when I watch him and the stuff, the moves, and he reminds me so much of me in so many different aspects. I love the kid. I love his competitive fire. I love his competitive edge. Watching him sometimes, and it's on both ends of the floor, and when you get a player that magnitude, when you take that many shots, sometimes you go make some, take some bad ones, in the course of, when you that confident in yourself and scoring. I love watching them. I love watching them play, to try to especially keep that team afloat until KD get back. But like I said, it'd be interesting to see how the rest of this season play out for OKC.
Yeah.
And how far, he can carry him if Kevin don't come back. That yet to be seen, because they fighting with the Pelicans and Phoenix right now.
He wants that MVP.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
He wants it bad.
And to me, it's four guys to me. Anthony Davis, if he's healthy, of course, he can be the fifth guy. But you got to look at Harding, Stephen Curry, Westbrook, and LeBron. But right now, like I said, I like Westbrook, and I'm going to go with James Harden slightly because of watching his personnel and not having Dwight Howard. Mm-hmm. He's doing a lot. And he improved on the defensive end, which always, helps give you that nudge when you can play both ends of the floor now. So right now he will get the edge, but I do like Westbrook, depending on if he can get them to the 6th spot or 5th spot. I would take Westbrook as my MVP.
Again, the website is ronniefields.com /admirals-basketball for the Ronnie Fields Admirals program tryouts. And again, it takes place on March 8th, 12 to 2 at the LaGrange Rec Center, 536 East Avenue, grades 9 through 12. You have a shorty that's like in 8th grade and that's cold. Ronnie will take him too. The season runs between February through July. Again, practice once a week at the LaGrange Rec Center. And for more information, you can call 312-523-5408. Ronnie, I'm glad you spent some time with us on the show, man. As always, love to talk to you again soon.
Thanks for having me, man.
It is Ronnie Fields with us here on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com. He has a website, RonnieFieldsBounceback.com. That's his documentary that last time we had Ronnie, we were talking about his documentary, RonnieFieldsBounceback.com.